Hi everybody, it's Rhoda again on week 1 of the Noah St. John Weight Loss Challenge. I'm very excited to have been chosen. And we had our first session this week on the phone and introduced ourselves, talked a little bit about ourselves. And then one of the first things Noah said was that he's going to ask us to do some things that we're not going to like. And I thought, uh-oh. But we talked a little bit, and he asked us some questions, and one of our homework assignments, and also something we talked about in the session, was the first question was, why do you want to lose weight? And of course for me there's several reasons. One, I want to look good, I want to feel good, I want to be healthy, I want to live a long time and be around for my grandkids and my children, and so those to me were pretty obvious. And then the next question was, what would be the downside of your what would be the downside of your losing weight? What are your why not tos, as Noah calls it? And there were a few that were kind of obvious to me. It's a pain in the neck. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes preparation, it takes a lot of discipline that I have very little of. And one of the big things for me is that I am being deprived of some of my very favorite things to eat and drink. And food for me has always been a comfort, and it's always been a pleasure. And to take those things away is just really hard for me. And but there were some other things too. In the session we talked about how a lot of people, women especially, consider being overweight or having some extra fat on you to be somewhat of a protection, which I can see and I can relate to a little bit. Another thing that came to me was much of my career I've spent working with mostly men, and as a woman, having a little more size to me and it made me feel more substantial, and I had more presence, I guess you could say, and that in that sort of an environment felt good to me. Also, just being here inside my body, it's not a bad feeling to have some extra softness to me and some extra roundness. That's not a bad thing at all. But then when I look in the mirror, it's like, oh, who is that? I don't recognize myself. So there's a lot of downsides. But the thing that surprised me the most was that the why not tos had a lot of emotional charge to them for me. I started getting more and more emotional, feeling anger about some of them, and not just anger, but sadness or feeling regret about having to give up my favorite things and that sort of thing. So, but the main thing being that I was just surprised at the emotional charge with the negative things. And then I went back and looked at the reasons I wanted to lose weight, and it was almost like they were stock answers. That I want to look good, I want to feel good. Yes, I want to go into a store and try on great clothes. I love clothes. Try on great clothes and look great in them and walk out with anything that I want to buy. That would be fabulous. But even the positive reasons didn't hold nearly the emotional charge that the negative things or the why not tos held for me. So that was kind of a revelation. And talk about driving with your foot on the brake. Noah talked about how we, our conscious mind, our why tos, the positive reasons we want to do something, we're aware of those things. They're in the conscious mind. And then the subconscious has all these other things going on, which I would consider a lot of my why not tos. I don't know that they're totally unconscious, but I'm not aware of them. I wasn't aware of them really before this, so that was quite a revelation. So anyway, the one thing that also surprised me in the session was I thought that when Noah said that he was going to ask us to do things we didn't want to do and that we were going to try to resist them, I thought he was going to give us some magic diet, and I thought, okay, lay it on me, I'll do anything. But instead, what he told us was, you all already know how to lose weight, because we all pretty much in our introductions told about all the times that we had lost weight and had been successful, and then something went wrong. And he said, I'm not going to tell you how to lose weight. You already know how to do that. And I was like, well, darn. I was looking for the magic bullet here. Come on. So I do hope, Noah, that you've got something really good up your sleeve there, because I am very, very curious as to what's going to happen next and looking forward to it. So we'll see you next time.